Introduction. When compliance fails. As we move deeper into advanced agency and compliance, it is critical to understand what happens when rules are not followed. The Arizona Department of Real Estate, ADRA, is the governing body responsible for enforcing real estate laws and protecting the public. When a licensee fails to meet their obligations, whether through negligence, misrepresentation, or failure to disclose, disciplinary action may follow. In commercial real estate, where transactions often involve higher stakes and more sophisticated parties, the consequences of non-compliance can be significant. Understanding how enforcement works is essential to protecting both your clients and your license. Authority of the Arizona Department of Real Estate, ADRE. The ADRE derives its authority from Arizona statutes, including ARS, paragraph 32-2153, which outlines the grounds for disciplinary action against licensees. This statute provides the department with broad authority to investigate complaints, conduct hearings, and impose penalties when violations occur. The ADRE's primary mission is consumer protection, meaning that any action taken is focused on ensuring that the public is not harmed by improper conduct. Licensees must always operate with this in mind, as even unintentional mistakes can lead to enforcement action. Common violations in commercial agency practice. In commercial real estate, certain violations tend to appear more frequently due to the complexity of transactions. These include failure to properly disclose agency relationships, misrepresentation of material facts, improper handling of client funds, failure to maintain required records under ARS, paragraph 32-2151.01, and engaging in activities beyond the scope of the license. Additionally, failure to follow advertising rules under AAC, R4-28-502, or failing to exercise reasonable care under AAC, R4-28-1101, can also result in disciplinary action. Many of these violations stem not from intentional wrongdoing, but from a lack of understanding or failure to follow proper procedures. The complaint and investigation process. The enforcement process typically begins with a complaint filed by a consumer, another licensee, or even discovered through an audit. Once a complaint is received, the ADRA conducts an investigation to determine whether a violation has occurred. This may involve reviewing transaction files, interviewing parties, and examining communications. In commercial transactions, where documentation is extensive, the investigation process can be detailed and time-consuming. Licensees are expected to fully cooperate with the investigation and provide requested documentation promptly. Possible disciplinary actions. If the ADRE determines that a violation has occurred, a range of disciplinary actions may be imposed. These can include a letter of concern, continuing education requirements, civil penalties, fines, probation, suspension, or even revocation of the license. The severity of the penalty typically depends on the nature of the violation, whether it was intentional, and whether the licensee has a history of prior violations. In commercial real estate, where financial impacts can be substantial, penalties may be more significant due to the potential harm to clients. The progressive disciplinary model. Many brokerages align their internal policies with the ADRE's enforcement approach by implementing progressive disciplinary systems. These systems are designed to correct behavior before it escalates into a regulatory issue. For example, an initial violation may result in a written warning, followed by additional training, and eventually financial penalties or termination if the behavior continues. This approach not only protects the brokerage, but also helps agents improve their practices and avoid formal disciplinary action from the ADRA. Due process and licensee rights. It is important to note that licensees have rights throughout the enforcement process. This includes the right to respond to allegations, present evidence, and participate in hearings. The ADRE must follow due process, ensuring that investigations and disciplinary actions are conducted fairly and in accordance with the law. In some cases, licensees may negotiate settlements or consent agreements to resolve issues without a formal hearing. Understanding these rights is important for navigating the process effectively. Real-world application. Commercial scenario. Consider a commercial agent who fails to disclose a known environmental issue affecting a property. The buyer later discovers the issue and files a complaint with the ADRE. During the investigation, it is revealed that the agent was aware of the issue but did not disclose it. This could result in disciplinary action under ARS, paragraph 32-153, as well as potential civil liability. This example highlights the importance of full disclosure and the serious consequences of failing to meet professional obligations. Risk management and prevention strategies. The best way to avoid disciplinary action is through proactive risk management. This includes maintaining accurate and complete records, following all disclosure requirements, adhering to advertising rules, and seeking guidance when uncertain. Brokers play a key role in this process by providing oversight, training, and support. In commercial real estate, where transactions can be highly complex, taking a cautious and thorough approach is essential to minimizing risk. Bringing it all together, accountability in action. Regulatory enforcement is not just about punishment, it is about maintaining the integrity of the real estate profession. By understanding how disciplinary actions are applied and taking steps to prevent violations, licensees can operate with confidence and professionalism. As we continue through this chapter, the focus will shift to how disputes and legal challenges are handled when issues arise during commercial transactions. Online discussion. Why does the ADRI enforce real estate laws so strictly? Answer: to protect the public and ensure that licensees operate with honesty, integrity, and professionalism. What is one of the most common causes of disciplinary action? Answer: failure to disclose material facts or properly document transactions. How can agents reduce the risk of disciplinary action? Answer: by following laws and rules, maintaining proper documentation, and seeking guidance when needed.